Here comes the head of the table, the Tribal Chief.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Bloodline from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
Here's a man who's held the Universal Championship for over 2 years.
Greatness redefined. That's God mode.
Part of the pantheon of all-time greats in the WWE. You can count on one hand the amount of people who've held the championship as long as Roman Reigns.
The Tribal Chief of the Bloodline showing off all of his hard-earned gold.
And if you're hoping to take either of those titles, good luck.
Time for a beatdown, cowboy style.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, Brock Lesnar!
When you look at Brock Lesnar, you honestly got to feel that Lesnar is more beast than man.
Lesnar is undoubtedly the next step in human evolution.
He has unbelievable physical gifts, does the Beast.
His opponent telegraphed that one. It looks like they've slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere.
Oh no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these.
He's a slippery devil. JBL's a financial wizard and a huge success in business. But what he strikes me as the kind of man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing.
What are you talking about, JR? JBL's a genius when it comes to money.
I know that, King, but I think he's completely ignorant when it comes to things that you can't put a price on. The things like honor, respect, and sportsmanship.
He countered that one perfectly.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Well, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. there are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get the hell out of here.
Ouch! Now there's a move that'll take the fight right out of you, JR.
Well, it's certainly not the most technical of moves, but I can't say that it's not effective. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule?
Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick!
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be... He's climbing up! I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you have to...
I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR.
Boy, JBL sure is a piece of work. He's got every advantage in the world. Money, talent, athletic ability, and it's still not enough.
That's what makes JBL so great, JR. He never sits back and rests on his laurels. He's always setting his sights higher.
And I have no problem with that. That's an admirable attitude. But JBL doesn't just try to improve himself. He spends a lot of time and effort trying to sabotage everyone else who might challenge him.
He's just protecting his spot, JR. You forget, JBL has a lot more to lose than you or me. He's a legend in this business. Heck, he's a legend in business, period.
Well, if that truly were the case, I don't think he'd be so concerned with everyone else trying to overshadow him. I think JBL's a great deal less confident in his abilities than he lets on.
Oh boy, these fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing...
Time for a beatdown, cowboy style.
one fall, making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, Brock Lesnar!
When you look at Brock Lesnar, you honestly got to feel that